see, I guess it started in my childhood. When I was a young boy, probably around 6 years old, I got my first Marx train. We lived about one house away from the tracks. And the train would go through, and that was during the Second World War, and we used to have all the war trains go through. So I grew a real fondness for railroading, and middle of the night I'd hear the trains coming, and I'd look out the window and see the brakemen doing their job and the lanterns going up and down the tracks. And that was the beginning of my interest in railroading. Lots of fun as a boy to just have those memories. G-gauge became popular, and the LGB trains from Germany became popular. Jane and I took an interest in that in 1984, and then by 1986 we had our first trains and had them running around the Christmas tree. And from that it's become kind of a Christmas tradition with our grandchildren.
But one thing I want to point out is some of the people are made of metal, and they came out of Pierre's childhood with his trains. So we have some that are quite valuable and unusual. My grandfather was a trolley conductor in Normal, Illinois, and I never knew my grandfather. He died the year before I was born. But when we saw the trolley, it was a must. We had to have the trolley.
But the joy of it is that Jane and our daughter Diane and son Paul have all had an interest in it as well, and so they've been modeling with us along the way, and have made many of the things that you see in the village and the things that you see on the trains themselves.
Actually, Diane's done most of the building, and when the homes come as a kit, and then there's always leftovers of plastic and wood and so forth. And that little blue house in the back is all made from scraps. And she made the trolley station. She made the outhouse, complete with what's used inside. She also made this little out of scraps, the little repairman with the red shirt, and he works on the railroad, and she found all those tools.
Well, one of my favorites is this man that's working up here in the station house. And this house is really interesting because it will actually smoke. We didn't put smoke in it for the filming, but it smokes a lot of times. And I remember with my grandfather, Jules Randor, we used to sing French songs when he would go to work, and he would take me to work, and he worked in this tower. And it was my opportunity to operate the switches and the gates from the tower that he had responsibilities for. And so it was a lot of fun to be with him, and a very special memory for me.
All of the things come without people. So all the people we have been added through the years, and when you find one, you say that belongs in the train. It takes us close to a month to get it all set up.
When I was about, I would say 14 or 15, our first model railroad, those were made up out of blocks of wood just to put load on the cars. And so those kind of date back a long way, but they're also kind of a keepsake and remind me of a friend I had as a youngster, and fun we had with model railroads. Hammerman with the flat car is a special car. It never really runs, it just sits there and hammer keeps working. So a picture was taken by Emily, our second granddaughter, and Emily took the picture when we were in Connecticut. We went to Essex, Connecticut, and Jane had purchased for me the opportunity to run a steam engine, an actual steam engine. And that's the picture that she took of me in Essex on the train when I was the engineer on the train. So actually this train fascination started with a very early childhood and still continues yet today. We enjoy it. We love sharing it with others, especially children. So it's our way of saying Merry Christmas to children in a different kind of way.